And we should be live. Just waiting for it to appear. Hopefully you can hear me okay. That looks good. Sorry, I'm just checking on the monitor here. Yeah, it looks good. Anyway, guys. Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. Got it on a good discount, hence me buying it. It's very rare that I buy a set for full price these days, but I thought £30 was a good price, and you know the minifigures are good. As you can see, I've got the Anakin Skywalker, and obviously Ahsoka Tano. Scott Davis, he's on. Wow, bro is actually everywhere. Welcome, Scott. Hope you're good. How's your Monday been? And thanks for joining the stream as always. Great to see you appear within a minute of it going live, which is always good to see. Yeah, I'm building, as you can see, the Jedi Interceptor. I did put a poll on my Instagram to see which set we were going to build today. I think this actually lost, but I just thought, just got to get into the spirit of May the 4th. Can I see on the web? I can't see on, unfortunately. But last time I checked, this set was pretty overpriced in my opinion for the regular price. Yeah. I mean, I'm being honest. I would never have bought this full price. I'm not sure. Bala. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm from the UK, so yeah, this is on sale on Amazon. I can't remember the exact price, but it definitely was decently discounted. I mean, I could probably have waited a little bit more to maybe save, I don't know, £4 or £5, but it was 30% off, down to £28 and 47 pence. No, I tell a lie, actually. I got it for £29.98 and it's gone down another £1.50, so I might actually buy another one and then return the other one against, yeah, if that makes sense. So, but for £1.50, I'm not sure, but no, I think for £30 it's a good price. Obviously, when you get it for that sort of £29, you're getting the 10 pence per piece. And I did see on Bricklink that the minifigures were selling quite well. So obviously this Anakin Skywalker, it's nice to get a modern one of him. Obviously the last ones we got really were the ones with the damaged Mustafar torsos, which were inaccurate. And then obviously an updated sort of Clone Wars style Ahsoka Tano in live action sort of format, if that makes sense. But no, overall I'm excited for this build. Massive sticker sheet though. I don't know. I mean, I know it's just four panels, but I was just in shock when I saw this upside down. But that's Lego for you in 2025. There's the instruction manual. If anyone wants to scan that and get their 10 insiders points, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I've already got the box open. I hope everyone's well. Scott has said, lol, pretty good. Just got home actually. I was eating lunch and literally just saw you online. I forget you're in America, so it's your lunchtime. For me, it's nearly 8 p.m. I have not had much to eat. I'm gonna try and bash this out, but who knows? I've had a little bit to eat and some drink, but nothing major. But I'm just gonna get cracking. If that's okay with everyone. I mean, it's great to see sort of 2 different people in the chat. As always, I'm live on YouTube and Twitch, so if you're over on Twitch, recommend joining the YouTube stream. Again, it's just dual face, and yeah, we usually get a few people in there, and we can have a good laugh. But I'm just gonna get started. Looks like bag 1 contains Ahsoka Tano, which is the highlight of the set. I'm just gonna mute myself whilst I empty the bag. I mean, that is a tiny amount of bricks for a bag, but as I said, I don't own this set. It reminds me too much of Anakin's. Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty identical. Obviously, this one's a little different because of the cockpit piece, I think, being brand new, but I know the one you mean. Music is just a little too loud. Thank you for letting me know. Hopefully that's sounding a little better, but no, thanks for letting me know about the music. I just thought it's better to have something, even if you can barely pick up what it's saying. I can't seem to open this bag here. But yeah, no, I was not expecting to get the cockpit in bag 1. That is strange. But no, going back to the, obviously, Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, I think that just sort of come out once I'd got back into Lego, and I'm not sure why, but I didn't pick it up. But obviously, I think it was just down to the figure, really. But yeah, it would have been a hard pass, especially at sort of a £30 price, to pass up on 2 decent minifigures. I'm sure we'll get them again, and then obviously an astromech droid, which that's one thing I do need to sort of build up on. I was looking at a picture of an R5 droid and thought, I don't even have one of them. So yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing to collect, but I think I'm going to try and get some astromech droids going forward. Anyway, let's begin the build. I do think the sort of ships like this size are always good. Obviously, we did the Obi-Wan Starfighter last week, which I do have on display now, and yeah, I'm glad I built that. Definitely pushing me towards getting the UCS Slave one, but I mean, I'm not there just yet. I just need a little bit more convincing. I mean, we've got a few days before May the 1st, so fingers crossed that doesn't sell out too quickly. I can't see it selling out majorly, but I like this style of ship, though. Yeah, I mean, I think they're quite cool, to be honest. Just all the Clone Wars ships. I mean, I tell you what, I would have loved if we could get the sort of hyperdrive ring for some of them. Obviously, Obi-Wan's Starfighter. I always get Starfighter and Interceptor mixed up, so if you see when I'm talking about them, I always look down at the box, so that's where I'm looking. Zegfin, I think that's how you say the name. Is that Master Oogway on his profile picture? Always love the Interceptors, yeah. And yeah, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, they're just iconic, especially if you grew up in the sort of Clone Wars era. It's always going to have. I'm not even sure what I'm saying. It's always just sort of nice to look back on. But yeah, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying yourself. we've got six viewers, one on Twitch and 5 on YouTube. I mean, if you're out there, remember to put a chat in. Obviously, none of us bite. And hopefully I don't take too long on this build. I have been speeding up a little. I think we did the Guardianship from the new film at the weekend, and I think I did that, considering that's a sort of 900 piece set. We did that in a total of, let me just look it up. Yeah, we did that in a total of about 3.5 hours, which might sound really bad, but compared to when we did the Jedi Starfighter, it took 2 hours, and the flying Ford Anglia took me an hour. So I think 3.5 hours for sort of a $100 set is good. So about the question on your shelves, what are your thoughts about the mini botanicals? I'm sure Tech also mentioned that, Scott. So I might have to have a look into them, because yeah, I'm sure Tech mentioned it as well. So yeah, I mean, 2 people have said that, so I think I've got to definitely look into them. Bear 7020 Productions, hello there. And obviously very fitting for a sort of prequel set. I'm going to say General Kenobi. And they're kind of tall. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not the biggest expert in that area of Lego. Mini botanicals. I'm gonna have to have a look. You mean like the flowers and like the roses and? Is that the sort of thing you're on about? Ah, yeah, I see the ones you mean. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, especially for them. They are kind of tall, yeah, definitely. But more like the plants, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're quite cheap actually, £25. They come with like a base as well, which is always nice. I did actually have originally had a fake plant on there just to sort of greening it up. So yeah, it might be worthwhile looking at getting a Lego one. I mean, there's some stores in England that you wouldn't expect to have Lego that do, and you usually do have the botanicals. Do you mainly build Star Wars sets or all around? I mean, I sort of mainly focus on 3 or 4 themes. So obviously Star Wars being one. Also the superheroes, so Marvel and DC. And then I do like a few Speed Champion sets. So yeah, I mean, for sort of YouTube wise, Star Wars tends to do the best, because I think the majority of the Lego community is built on Star Wars, so that always does do the best. But I mean, I'm trying to always do something, and I wouldn't rule out purchasing any set, to be honest, especially some of the more direct to consumer sets. But yeah, mainly just the four themes: Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and Speed Champions. And I do sort of want to get into building more smaller scale mocks in the future. I think that would be quite fun. you know, the streams are work in progress. I still need to sort the lighting out, and I think I've done that wrong. Yeah, I have done that wrong. But Zegfin, I do have the UCS Millennium Falcon besides me, so well, not there, but under the desk. So that will be a massive part of the channel going forward, because I do plan to stream the majority of that build. Obviously, it's a big build. I think, you know, there's probably sort of 10, 15 streams out of that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend subscribing and seeing where that takes you. Okay, I mean, I'm so surprised at how much of a sort of base that you build in the first bag from them parts that come out. I did not expect it to be like that. What was the Batman set you put in the poll? I actually voted for that. Yeah, I'll get the. So I'll give you a bit of an explanation. So I've wanted this. Sorry, that's flipped. I've wanted this set for so long, and luckily for me, it's never skyrocketed. It retailed at about £240, and I've always looked at it and it's always been around that 200 to sort of 240 mark. And you know, it's not all of the set I want, but I mean, some of the minifigures, they go for so much that you might as well just buy the set at that point. But I managed to find it on a good deal on eBay. It was, all the bags were sealed. It did come with the box, but the box was battered. So I managed to negotiate with the seller and say, obviously this is my offer. He rejected it, but I said I'm willing to not have the box, and then obviously the shipping is going to be cheaper for him. And he said, yeah, that's fine. So I managed to pick this up for about £190, which, considering this retailed just about 10 years ago for £240, if you factor in inflation, I think it's like 320. So yeah, I've got basically a £300 set for £190, which I'm so excited to build this. It's probably one of the sets I've wanted the most. I mean, we have had the updated 1966 Batmobile, but I mean, just the sort of Batcopter, the motorbike, and all the figures as well, and obviously some of the rooms. I had the 1966 Batman film on DVD when I was younger, so obviously that's where the sort of want come from. But yeah, I got that through today. Obviously no box, but plenty of bricks, all in sealed bags. I think they're all there, fingers crossed. It's hard to tell with the older sets because you just get sort of 4 or 5 bags per bag. But yeah, I do look forward to building it. I was going to build it, but I thought either I might just do that in my spare time and enjoy it, because obviously it's a set that I've wanted for a long time, or obviously build this one today because of sort of it's coming up onto May the 4th. Well, I've never seen that set before. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, never really got any sort of traction to it. It baffles me, maybe just because I was sort of grown up with it. That's why I thought it was amazing. I mean, they've re-released the Batmobile from that era in both a sort of playset and a UCS style, but no, never seems to have Never seems to have gained any traction. Tech, welcome to the stream. Streaming addict, are we? Yeah, mate. I streamed twice yesterday as well. No, Saturday. Sorry, I streamed twice Saturday. I'm streaming every 2 days. I did actually stream twice yesterday. Saturday. I've just said that. So yeah, 4 streams in 4 days, which is crazy. Obviously, I'm trying to build up the speed because yeah, that Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter stream, 2 hours for that set was quite an embarrassment, but we completed this. Let me get it. We completed this 900-piece set in I think 3 hours, so definitely building the pace up. I'm going to run out of good sets. I don't think so. I mean, it depends what you define as good. Obviously, I got some speed champions. I've got the 66 Batcave, which I know is probably not your thing, but it's definitely there. And then obviously I've got the UCS Falcon. So if you think the Jedi Starfighter took me 2 hours, then the Millennium Falcon is probably going to take me a year. So there's plenty of content to stream. But no, I hope you're good. I hope you had a good weekend. Am I right in saying that you were at some sort of convention? Yeah, for a couple of years. It's a big worry, to be honest. You know, they might have bought another one out by the time I've completed it. But no, I'm not sure when I'm gonna start that. I probably once I've built everything else. But you know how it goes. You sort of build everything, and then obviously May the 4th is in a few days, and I do plan on picking some big sets up there. So yeah, it all depends on priorities. Reading Brick Show was great. Thanks. Great fun. Thanks. No, that's good. I think that's quite local to you. I don't know if did you vlog it or anything, or did you display anything? And obviously, I think last time you was in the stream, the audio quality wasn't the best. Is it sounding better? I've got that mic that you sent. Well, I think you sent it to me just as I was buying it. So yeah, hopefully it sounds a little bit better. And as always, you're more than welcome to join the stream and join the StreamYard call, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try blitz through this one. We're gonna go for a dual face record. Obviously, it probably doesn't take much to beat, but I mean, it's saying I've got 6 viewers. So as always, I don't bite. I didn't vlog it, unfortunately. Need to do some more vlogs. Yeah, I mean, I've just, I mean, you probably know, you probably got the notification, but I've missed a bit again. Yeah, I mean, you probably know that I I don't even know what you call it, rejoined your membership program, so I had a lot of catching up to do. And yeah, definitely say I do quite enjoy it when you sort of vlog the brick conventions. So yeah, definitely looking forward to them, and I'm just more Tech Tuesday vlog type in general. I saw this set was discounted to £20. Oh, you're joking. Bear in mind, I bought this last night. Amazon next day delivery by 1 PM. it's already gone down again. Honestly, I'm having a stinker already. But my plan is to buy another one and then return this one, but send the new one back. I mean, I know it's £1.50, but you got to do everything you can. I mean, £1.50 is a good couple percent. Any recommendations on Batman sets for a budget? I mean, just DC in general. Obviously, you've got the mechs. They're probably the best thing, and obviously a Batman mech does sort of make sense. But I mean, yeah, DC is a dying theme. They seem to sort of get a decent direct-to-consumer set, and that's it. I mean, even the Batmobiles now, they're sort of £55-60. I've just bought the tumbler, and I mean, it's cool, but again, you've got to wait for a sale. But you're probably best just going on eBay. I mean, some of them old DC sets still go below retail, brand new. But if you're just looking at anything that's sort of on shelves, yeah, there's not much, just the mechs really. Yeah, I saw that, thank you mate. Yeah, no worries. Gotta save the pennies for sure. Hey, it all adds up. And I've got a few Amazon returns to do anyway from the house, so I might as well, if I'm going that way anyway. I mean, the way that they've changed Amazon returns is annoying. I mean, they just seem to change it every other week. You have to take it to a different shop every time. Bunny Bomb Studios, hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. I don't own it, but loved this set. 76274. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've already forgot. 76274. It's from the animated show. Yeah, I do actually have the figures for that one. I managed to pick them up on a good deal a while back, and it looks like I think they'll go up. They'll go up in value. So yeah, it's more of an investment. But tell you what, I've got it right next to me. Yeah, so I've got the minifigures from that. Who else was in there? I think Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn. So they are really good figures, and obviously it's a theme, a sub theme of Batman that is probably not going to be reproduced anytime soon. So I mean, it's definitely worth picking it up if you can find it on a sale. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just a thing with Lego now. They're great if you can find it on sale. Scott, I see you everywhere, lol. Yes, I'm starting to see Scott in my dreams. I'm getting back into Lego and still thinking of what I'm going to buy first. Didn't realise Batman was under the superhero name. Yeah, I mean, they sort of... There's obviously Marvel and DC under the superheroes, but they are treated very differently. And even though it's called sort of DC superheroes, yeah, it might as well just be Batman at that point. Scott's the go at supporting all the channels. Yeah, I don't know how he does it. He joined today's stream with about a minute in. So I mean, that's just dedication. And then obviously on Saturday he sat by and watched me painstakingly build a forgotten Guardians of the Galaxy set. So no, Scott is the biggest supporter of all of Lego YouTube. Okay, now that fits in like that, and that is bag one done. Yeah, I mean, it seems alright, although I'm not sure if I've forgot anything. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. And I mean, I didn't even build the figure, which is, I don't know if that's a normal thing to build the figure at the end of the bag. As you can tell, I just get sort of carried away on the streams. But no, really nice figure. Will this one come in another set? I'm not sure. I mean, Tech's probably a better one to speculate on that question. No, very nice figure. Obviously got the midi legs, so they are posable. And then if we compare Ahsoka to, I don't even know what version of Ahsoka this is, but it was from the Advent calendar. As you can see, the sort of printing is different. The figs in this set are so sick, to be fair. Yeah, no, definitely. That was one of the key things. I mean, I probably wouldn't have bought this if it was just a reuse of another Ahsoka figure, or obviously if it didn't include Ahsoka at all. Should have really have one more, yeah, especially at that price. I mean, obviously if it was released at that sort of £30 mark, then yeah, they could have definitely got away with that. But yeah, going on 40, definitely a figure. Obviously, I think everyone would say they'd want a clone, but I mean, what would have you wanted Tech on as the extra figure? I'm just going to mute my mic whilst I open the next bag and pour it on the table, because obviously it does get a bit loud with the new paper bags. Clone Wars style Obi-Wan would have been a nice touch, yeah, definitely. I mean, other than the sort of Mace Windu figure, I don't think we've had, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm not fully brushed up on everything recently, but I'm not sure there has been a Clone Wars style Jedi other than Mace Windu recently. I mean, even if they'd just put one of the sort of Ahsoka Legion clone troopers, I know obviously they've had that battle pack, doesn't mean that they don't even have to sort of produce a new figure, like it's already there. Right, there's the astromech droid. Obviously I'm using my iPhone camera, so as much as it looks like it's overhead, it is sort of at an angle, so every time I move it is really weird. You know what? I just couldn't get into it. I mean, I've not even attempted to watch it since the first season. and then obviously things have just sort of passed by. And I mean, I've been really slacking with TV recently. I think I watched the first episode of the Skeleton Crew. Not mature enough, clearly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I just not been watching much TV. I mean, I wanted to go to see obviously Revenge of the Sith at the weekend, but just gets past you really. But no, I was thinking about it the other day because I saw it on Disney Plus, and I mean, even the Daredevil TV show, like, I've just not managed to watch that, even though I think it is quite good. But I do need to sort of do a catch up on the majority of Star Wars. I mean, I watched sort of the Ahsoka and the most recent Mandalorian season, and the Book of Boba Fett, which I actually think the Book of Boba Fett was a good show, but only during the flashbacks, which again is rare because tends to be when I'm watching a show and there's flashbacks, they're the things I enjoy the least. But I thought the Boba Fett sort of flashbacks were good. Yeah, we saw it Friday. It was great to see it in cinema again. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even capable of watching a film in a cinema, I don't think, when it originally come out, so never got to experience it. But obviously my first sort of Star Wars cinema experience was episode 7, which, yeah, even now that was sort of 10 years ago, which is crazy to think that it's the same sort of time that's passed from episode 7 to now as it was from 3 to 7. Yeah, definitely showing your age. I mean, I don't know what time of the year the Clone Wars come out, but I might have not even been born, so yeah, you're definitely showing your age. Anyway. But I mean, I've not been cinema for a while. I mean, I watched the latest Captain America film, but other than that, I've not really been cinema. I just think that, I mean, the films that are coming out now, they're so sort of hit and miss. It's just difficult for me to get interested in characters when I already know their ultimate fate. Yeah, but I feel like the sort of appeal of the Andor show is less of, obviously everyone knows what happens to him in Rogue One, but is it not the getting to see the sort of Empire from a different perspective? I don't know, that's just what I've gathered from the few episodes I did watch. It's more of like the things that you don't see in the sort of mainline and the mainline films. Although, I do have to say, I did watch The Acolyte, and I'm probably one of the only people that actually did like The Acolyte show. Obviously, it's got all the sort of tie-in to Plagueis, which, you know, I think some of it wasn't the best, but overall, I did kind of like that show. Yeah, I mean, I think with the Star Wars community, I think sometimes no one has their own opinion, so I do think that did work against it. And obviously, if you do look past all of the craziness, I thought the showing you everything extremely forte. No, well, I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I do think Rogue One is probably the best Star Wars film. And obviously Rebels was sort of one of the first shows that I ever just binged watched, like, thoroughly. Obviously I've watched Clone Wars here and there, but not over sort of one sitting really. No, that's not controversial, it's so close between Rogue One and Episode 3 for me. That's good that it's not controversial. I just think it's sort of story-wise, it's the best. Obviously there's the fan service is there, but it doesn't sort of rely on it, which I think some of the others probably haven't done the best. I mean, I loved the original trilogy, so obviously seeing that sort of tie-in at the end, from end of Rogue One to the start of Episode 4 is, you know, I didn't get to see that in cinema, and I think seeing that without going into it knowing what happened at the end of Rogue One would have been quite a magical experience. Zeg Finn, I just can't get into Rebels. I mean, the first season of Rebels, it's okay, like, especially towards the end, there's some real good scenes, but Rebels is one of those things that it gets so much better as it goes on. Obviously there is filler episodes, and when I say filler episodes, they are probably some of the most filler episodes of a show I've ever seen, but towards the end it's just banger after banger. I think it's the last two seasons, especially sort of when Thrawn comes into it, and then obviously there's the whole World Between Worlds, and I don't want to spoil too much for you if you've not watched it, but yeah, there's some storylines that you just wouldn't expect to be in Rebels that do like sort of do like not sum up, but they sort of end nicely for some certain characters. Rogue One is the only Disney thing I've liked, and then says, wait, it was Rebels under Disney, and I think it definitely was, because it was it a Disney XD show? But also sort of Clone Wars season 7, is it? I mean, that was great, and that was Disney. Trying to think what else good has come out of Disney. Obviously Mando season 1, and you know, I do like the second and third seasons as well. So I definitely do think there has been a lot of hits, and obviously there has been misses, but I think you take away the sort of sequel trilogy, and we'd be having a completely different conversation regarding Disney's sort of impact on Star Wars as a whole. I should probably stop waffling, and because we've been live for 43 minutes now, and I've not really built much. As you can see, I just struggle finding pieces. I mean, I'm looking for a 1x3 now, and it's nowhere to be seen. I liked Rebels and how they concluded Clone Wars. Yeah, I mean, I think sort of everyone sort of kind of knew what was going to happen at the end of Clone Wars, but it was still great, and obviously it was that sort of lockdown era as well, where sort of everyone was, well, the majority of people were at home and doing their thing. So I have no doubts it probably did good numbers as well. I mean, the hype for some of the sets that come out that year was good as well. especially when sort of Ahsoka come in the AAT, and obviously the 501st Battle Pack. It was that sort of time, so yeah, everyone was. It was a hype era, and I'm not biased, but I think it was definitely a good time, regardless of sort of the tragedies going on in the world. Rebels was Disney, yeah. I thought it was. I didn't know if like the first season was or wasn't, or. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. It does. I'll be the first one to admit it does take a while to get into it, but once you sort of past that beginning stage, yeah, it's really good. And obviously, if you're gonna watch the Ahsoka show as well, there's a lot that sort of happens in between Clone Wars and Rebels. Clone Wars and the Ahsoka show, and obviously some of that is covered in Rebels. Yeah, it gets much better after the first season. Yeah, I think that's that's just the given from what everyone's saying as well. I mean, there was definitely towards the end, obviously with the sort of Inquisitor arc. Probably aren't spoiling much there. I don't think I'm spoiling anything going on about the Inquisitors, but especially sort of the end of that first season, it was good. And then obviously the big dog gets introduced. I think that's the first season. And yeah, the Thrawn sort of part of the series was amazing, and I'm so glad that they got the same guy to play him in live action. Funnily enough, I was watching Sherlock a few years back, and I don't know if it's one of the Mickelson brothers, I think, that plays Thrawn, and yeah, he was in that, and it took me like a good 10 minutes because the voice is so iconic, but just couldn't put a name to the voice. And then yeah, obviously it was Thrawn. Might have to try and give it a try again since hearing all the praise. Yeah, I mean, with the first series, just stick it on in the background. I'm not sure if it keeps me out of it, because I know the major things that happen in the show. In that case, I can spoil it for you. I mean, even if you know, like, just seeing all the build-up and when it actually happens, it's still cool. Clone Wars started off pretty rough too. Yeah. I mean, that film, rewatching that film, yeah, it's just bang average. Let's say that. In the nicest way possible. It's just bang average, and obviously, Rotter the Hutt is reappearing in the new Mandalorian film, which I wonder if they'll sort of reference. It is the same. I'm assuming it's the same Hutt that was in the Clone Wars film. Maybe I'm just completely misinformed there. As far as I know, it's the same character. Good. I just didn't know if I was getting it mixed up with another of the Hutts. Maybe one of them from the Boba Fett show. But no, I'm not sure what I think of the Mandalorian film. Will it sort of adapt well into a film format? Obviously, I'm not sure if the trailer's been released, but I've seen the leaked trailer, and I mean, there's some scenes on that do look really good. So either way, I will be watching it. Obviously, the Razor Crest is back. I'm not sure if it's the exact same one or it's a different sort of variation. But fingers crossed they don't re-release the UCS6. That's sort of what I'm planning to pick up on May the 4th. Fingers crossed if the leaks are correct. Yeah, I think it'll be decent. I can't wait to get a bunch of sets. Yeah, I mean, it'll be weird to see what sort of direction they take. Obviously Zeb's back, which the figure of him is so expensive. I mean, you're probably going to get some hate for this, but I do actually have a knockoff Zeb figure. You buying the Razor Crest online? That's the plan. That's obviously if the discounts are online. I assume they would be. If not, please let me know, because that will sort of mess up what I've got planned, but I'm sure I might be able to get into a store. I'm not sure which one would be best to go to for me, especially during May 1st. But yeah, no, the plan is to get the Razor Crest online, but maybe I'm misinformed. I mean, usually am, so it wouldn't surprise me. And what day is May the 1st? May the 1st is on Thursday. My boss is off that day, so pull a sickie or something. Obviously I'd never do that, but I assume that's referring to the Zeb figure. To be fair, for a fake figure, it's probably the best one I've ever seen. It's not awful. I mean, it's not real Lego, but I've got no need for it. So, I mean, Tech, if you want it, you can have it. If you need it for like a convention, just let me know, because there is no need for me to have a fake Lego figure, especially if we're going to be getting a sort of live action one in the future. I'll be streaming over midnight if you want to join. Yeah, no, that's a good idea, I think. So is that so you start on the Wednesday and then obviously go into the first. But if that's the case, yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just checking my work calendar. I've got something that I can push back so I can milk a lion. This is the benefits of working from home. I mean, today I put 2 shelves up, so yeah, work from home life is treating me well in my own place. But no, yeah, I'll be joining that. Don't you worry. Maybe make some big purchases. Obviously, I want to get the Razor Crest if the discount's to be believed, and then I'm still thinking about the Slave one. I think it looks good, the fig. The Zeb. I've seen a lot worse for fakes. I did pick it up because I have these, which the rest of it is legit Lego. It's just the torso. I mean, I even replaced the arms. And obviously, when you're sort of buying things from China, you got to hit that minimum spend. It's like Bricklink to get the sort of free delivery. I think I'm going to Lego store Thursday morning with Ostis Bricks. I think I followed that guy on Instagram earlier. I'm not sure. Yeah, no worries. I'll kickstart about 11:30 Wednesday. Yeah, no, I'll be down for that. Yeah, I really don't see any objections. I mean, I'm still up. Just message me on Instagram so I don't forget, and yeah, I'll be about. If you need anyone to sort of cause havoc, probably bottle a couple purchases, but that's just what we do. I'm in Birmingham on the Friday for a sort of work thing, so I'm not sure whether that would be a good idea for me to rock up with a big bag of Lego, see if there's anything that I can get in person. But no, I do love May the 4th. I mean, it is such a iconic and unique event that no other theme can really compete with. I mean, just going on looking at the build, it just seems to be so unnecessarily complex. Like, this many bricks for a set like this is just bizarre. Obviously, I'm not a master builder, but maybe I'll get a setting or something to build on that stream. What is Tech getting for May the 4th? You'll have to tune into his stream to find out, but I'm sure he'll be buying half of the Lego stock for the UK and Ireland, no doubt. Need to finalise exactly what I'm buying, to be fair, Scott, but it's quite a bit. Yeah, I think Tech will go for the I'm trying to do some quick maths. The 9 battle packs, so we can get a squad of 25. Sail barge, haha. Hey, if that's on like double or triple VIP, then I'd be down for that. Obviously it won't be, but someone's gonna have to fill me in on this sail barge joke. Yeah, I'm trying to do a sticker here. I'm really not doing very well. That'll have to do. It's our inside joke, but I'm disappointed he didn't get it. I'm sure he'll pick it up eventually. I mean, obviously it's still a fairly new set, so there's not going to be that discount on it, and obviously if it's not one of your sort of priorities, then there's no point to get it on release day, really. Oh god, it's time for the big sticker reveal. If I wasn't getting the slave one, I'd be getting it this May the 4th. Yeah, I'm still surprised on the fact that they've bought, especially this year. Like it just seems like such a random year, especially with sort of for a prequel UCS set. It just seems like the wrong year for the Jango Fett Slave one. Like if they were gonna do something, I don't know. I just thought it would have had a tie into Revenge of the Sith, or I mean even like the Clone Wars or something. I know obviously there's a bit of a link there, but I just think it was a bit unexpected, but definitely a nice surprise. Probably get the slave one, but not this week. Wow, I didn't expect that. I bet Tech's going for the Venator. I mean, I think something like 100 and something pounds of VIP points if the rumours are true. I thought for sure we'd get a UCS ARC 170. Yeah, I'm just not sure how well that would do, to be honest. Because I mean, look, I know the gunship was a cool model, but there was a lot of hate for the fact it wasn't minifigure scale. Nah, lots of little sets for me. I think this week tap the promos. Yeah, I mean if you're sort of purchasing, if you're spending £500 on one set, or you could spend £500 and get sort of 3 promos, then yeah, it's definitely a lot better bang for your buck to get the little sets, especially if they're on sort of double VIP or 10% discount or anything. If you are going for the promos, then yeah, the little sets make sense. In the UK, do you guys have sets on sale for May the 4th? Yeah. Yeah, I did think the sets were sort of the same. I mean, seeing some of the... Oh, I'm messing this sticker up badly. Seeing some of the sales that in the US they get in sort of Walmart and Target for certain things is crazy. We don't get. I mean, I saw someone today post I think it was just one of the Spider-Man Spider-Verse sets, like $50 retail, $20 in Walmart or Target. Could see a Mando's N1 to coincide with the film. Maybe, obviously, the Razor Crest is coming, but I'm not sure if you've seen the leaked trailer tech. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm not sure if the N1 does appear in that. But I mean, obviously the Mando hype is there. It'd be nice to know what the playset did in terms of sales. That probably might influence it. But you know, it would be good to get the you know what, the dream would be the chrome tipped Naboo Starfighter. Also hoping to get custom set instructions if they go on sale. What is that, through like Brickvault or something like that? I see a lot of sales here in the US on Amazon. Yeah, I mean we get like some of our sets on Amazon. They just within like 2 weeks they're on sale. and they stay like that for the whole lifespan of the product. Amazon has sort of been a lot better for sales, especially in the past couple of years. I'm not sure whether it's just sort of I'm not sure if it's just sort of memory fatigue, but I do feel like there's more sales on everything now than there was sort of 4 or 5 years ago. There is a UCS Kylo Ren short that I want to get. No, I'm with you on that one. If it's the one I've seen before, yeah, that's sick. I'm so disappointed in the Kylo Ren's shuttle. I'm so disappointed in that shuttle that they've released in the sort of MIDI scale line. I was looking forward to that. I mean, I don't own any of the MIDI scale sets, but I definitely would have purchased that one if it was at if it does go down to a reasonable price. As well as a few modifications to current sets on Rebrickable. Yeah, my only sort of issue is with, I mean, especially the gunship that the recolor everyone's building at the moment. It's just, you're sort of paying 150 for a set anyway, and then obviously if you're adding sort of £100 worth of parts, it does add up a lot. And next thing you know, you've got a sort of bang average gunship for 250 quid. Yeah, CB over that gunship. I'm glad it's not just me. I mean, I've seen everyone raving about it, but I'm just not sure really. It seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of money, and I'm sure there's probably a better cost-effective way. But definitely alternate builds, they're good. I can't remember whose it was, but I did see a good video on a few alternate builds the other day. Anyway, bag 3, here we go. And there's some parts I want to get for a Arc 170 that costs about 25. Is that 25 on top of the retail set? Yeah, so plus the Arc is down to 45 here. So yeah, £70 Arc 170 that's minifigure scale would be great. You have to send me the link to that one. That's quite interesting. I did have the old Arc 170, which I do think the new one is better in terms of like just the way it looks and stability, but obviously size does matter in some cases. I'm learning that if you can wait, then it's best for playset. I think just any price in general really. Like if you wait long enough, you'll probably find, especially in the UK anyway, once the set hits either John Lewis, Amazon or Smiths, you can get them on a good deal. But yeah, playsets, I mean, for the sake of a few pounds, you can get them pretty quickly on some sort of sale. I mean, Amazon are always doing something, Argos are always doing something, but Anakin is built obviously a lot better than the battle damaged dual on Mustafar one that we had a few years back. Is that not? Yeah, a lot better. So it's really nice Anakin Skywalker figure. And maybe I'm going blind, but the only tricky thing is we have is if a set is a retailer exclusive, sometimes some just don't drop in price, but yeah, most do eventually. Yeah. I mean, it's always the risk you take, but even 10%, 15%, 20%, as you've just said, off on UCS sets does go a long way. I managed to pick my UCS Falcon up for, I think it was about $480 in the end. It was about 6-7 months ago, and obviously eyeing that set up for a very long time, and yeah, it paid to wait. Obviously, I didn't have the money back a few years ago, but yeah, everything worked out decent on that one. Really, wow, yeah. It was it was, yeah, easily the biggest Lego purchase I've made. Don't think it will last for much longer. It will be interesting to see what happens with the Death Star that's coming up, because I can't imagine that. So even 100, even 10% on that is a massive saving, and sort of double VIP points on that. It's big savings. But I'm looking forward to seeing what that UCS Death Star is going to be like. Can't wait to see this thing, the Death Star. Yeah, it'll be interesting, because I think it'll be sort of like, anyone can speculate, but for that price, it's got to be a mix of everything. I've heard it's a Death Star cut in half. Wow. I mean, if that's true, then I think all hope might be lost. That would be such a shame, and I just can't imagine it looking good either. Like if they'd managed to do it in a way that they could sort of Death Star 2 and then the half is interior, I think that might work okay. But even at sort of, is it 9,000 pieces, it's what them pieces are using if it's cut in half. I've got no clue. Is it built out of like 1x1 bricks or something? So I just turned the light up a bit. Yeah, that's what I'm being told. Panelled on the outside, then rooms on the interior. So it's something that you could potentially stick the flat end against a wall, or is that I'm not sure which bit you're replying to, Tech. Is it the bit as saying no way, or the Death Star 2, or is it just like fully cut in half? Yeah, sorry, cut in half down the middle. Look, I do think it would look quite cool if you hung that on a wall, but I mean, without I don't think anyone's gonna trust that unless there's like a metal subframe going through it. Yeah, I mean, 9,000 pieces. It's got to be a big dome. Yeah, two grand, and you've got yourself a complete Death Star. That is crazy to think that. Just surely Lego must have like a community sort of feedback group, because there's no way they would have got good feedback from a £1,000 set that wasn't complete. Yeah, I think Lego need to hire me, even if it's not like telling me the sets or anything. They should just get me working there. I'll give them plenty of good ideas, because there's just no way that's passed through multiple, like, I don't even know what you call them, like customer panels, internal, I don't know, you know what I mean though, so like internal governance teams, like there's just no way that's passed through. Can't wait for Ryan's review. I mean, even just like, I don't know if he's done it or not, but even just reacting to that rumour, I think would be crazy. I mean, I've seen him on a couple Instagram. I'm sure he knows more than most people anyway, but yeah, I've seen him on Instagram reacting to the turbo tank, because that's rumoured to have brick-built wheels as well. So yeah, that would be a funny watch. I don't know, that's crazy. I can't believe that. But you know, people are still going to buy it, so. Can't imagine what he's going to pay to be the first to review it. Yeah, I mean, even if it's a bad set, like it's worth. Like for him, it's a business thing. It's not even a sort of what he likes the set so much, which I think people don't realise is that, you know, even if he's slating it, saying, "Oh no, wouldn't buy it, bad set," like. He's only bought it because it's a business, and yeah, but people forget that. But no, it makes sense for him to pay a lot to be the first one. I mean, I think his Slave 1 review did numbers, so I can only imagine it wouldn't have done as much. I mean, it still would have done numbers, but it wouldn't have done as much if he wasn't so quick to get that imported and reviewed. I'm waiting for the day that he manages to get a set before it's even leaked. That'll be a funny one. Because I think everyone had the same reaction when they saw those videos recently of his sort of May wave get released, like weeks before. Well, I certainly was just laughing, like, how has this guy done that? But yeah, it's all business at the end of the day. And it probably does benefit him a little, having these outrageous Lego sets. And then obviously there's the promo as well, which is, I think the promo might be decent. Obviously it's a TIE fighter or something. I mean, I hope for that price it's good. I think Lamb will get the Death Star earlier than they usually get sets to really drum up hype. Yeah, well, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to, even if it was sort of a perfect model. I mean, £1,000 is it's a big step. $1,000, sorry. I mean, I'm not sure what it will convert to in pounds, but yeah, it's a big step. They're gonna need to pull out all of the stops for that. I mean, I think they should have done it in a year that has a project with the Death Star in, because it just seems very everything, even what you've just said, like it all just seems. I'm not sure what the UCS, if there's another UCS rumour for this year, but they all just seem so out of place. Obviously, usually they'll try and sort of link it into something, especially the big ones. But yeah, it just seems wrong for so many reasons, especially at $1,000. I tell you what, I've messed this build up seriously. Really fucked this one up. I really don't know what I've done here. Where I've gone wrong. I've really fucked this one up. There we go. Got there in the end. Getting towards the end of the build now. I mean, it's been an hour and a half, which, as I said, it ain't my strongest point, building on stream at speed. Maybe it's all part of the master plan to get the watch time up. I was looking at my old analytics from back in the day, and I've already sort of, in the past couple of days that I've been streaming, I've already managed to beat my most watched day in terms of watch hour, which is surprising, but I mean, I've not deleted any of the videos, so they're definitely showing up. No, things will be dangerous once I decide to stream whilst I'm working. That's when it will be dangerous. I've got a new Lego table, which I've got to the left of me with all the figures on at the moment. But at some point I will clear that, and that's when the Falcon will begin. Yes, streaming's so easy to do compared to video. It's like, it might take an hour to do like a couple minute video, and you can do it all whilst on stream and get more out of it. Did I get a new table? I just bought an extra, just IKEA tabletop, just to almost make like a L-shaped desk within my office. What is the time? It's 9 o'clock. It's getting late. Way past my bedtime. It's 4 PM long. It sometimes feels like 4 PM all the time. Tell you what, this putting a sticker on here is quite hard. It's not as simple as it usually is. What's the weather like in America, Scott? I mean, we've had some, and we'll have some banging weather in the next couple of days. Here in Ohio, sunny and high of 76. I'm gonna have to convert that. What's 76? That is 24. Yeah, it's similar here today. I mean, probably not that high, but sort of maybe, I'm not sure how Celsius and Fahrenheit converts, but I'm guessing around sort of 70, 68. Does it rain a lot there? Heard it does. Yeah, I mean it's always sort of, that is always sort of some overcast, but I mean it's not as bad as people say. But when it does rain, it's just not a nice place to be. But then again, I'll say once the sun does come out in England, the vibes can be good. So it's hit and miss really. Do you have air conditioning? No. I mean, I'm sure there are people that do have air conditioning, but not me anyway. I would say probably 95% of people in the UK don't have air conditioning. And to be fair, the houses are built for sort of all weathers. It does get a little bit hot in the summer, but the majority of houses are fine. We're all sort of in brick. The majority of brick built houses, so you can sort of close the curtains, get some blackout blinds, and you'll be good. But that is the last step of the set. That's so funny. I remember Tech complaining about the heat last summer, and I was like, turn on the AC, lol. I'm trying to remember I can't really remember last summer, but I think it was 2022. It was bad. I'm gonna convert it for you. So it was about 37 Celsius. So yeah, I mean that's nearly 100. It probably was 100 Fahrenheit in a few places. It was boiling. Considering most summers, like you might get a couple days of 28. Yeah. And you know, it's a British thing to say, oh, it's a bit too hot, and then obviously when it's raining, you're like, oh, I wish it was hot. And that's what I learned when I learn most don't have it. I mean, we have it in cars. I used my AC for the first time the other day, and it needs airing out because it's stunk. And that is Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor, and I will say, I'm not sure if I've not done this correctly, but this just seems so loose. We got a portable AC unit now. Yeah, I've seen them. They look good. I think I'm lucky with this house that the front bedroom, the only one that I'm using as a bedroom, doesn't get the sun on it too much, so it's not too much of an issue for me. But yeah, I've seen the portable ones. I think you get some of them where you just put ice in them and it's fine. But if anyone's built this hinge just seems to be so loose. I mean, if I sort of it just wiggles about and it's open. I don't know if I've done it wrong or what. Need to maybe push these in a bit more, or no. I'm not impressed at all with that. Maybe it is me. I'm not saying it isn't. The set does look good. Like, there is no doubt that this set isn't a really good model. I mean, the wings can expand out. It is a good set. It's just I'm not sure about this hinge. Obviously, put the astromech in. Maybe would have been nice if they could have streamlined the model a bit, and you know, just have to take the head off of that. Yeah, it's a little loose. Okay, then it's not just me. But yeah, I'm guessing lightsabers go on the bottom. And Ahsoka, by the looks of it, can just fit in very nicely. So overall it's good. 30. I'd probably wait a little longer, but I mean at 25, I think it's must buy. Obviously with the figures as well. But no, overall pretty good set. God forbid I forget to put the spring-loaded shooters in. Though again, I've probably missed something out. I'm really not sure what I've done there. You'll notice this as I stream more and more. I just seem to skip out on pieces. I mean, I've got these two staff pieces, which I'm really not sure where they go. But I mean, it doesn't look like I'm missing out on anything. How bizarre. If anyone knows where them two should go, I mean, there's the two there, but it doesn't look like they can go anywhere else. That is weird. Let me just look at the... Oh, okay. So, there's only two listed in the instruction book, and obviously them two are going to be there. So, by the looks of it, I've just managed to secure myself 2 free bits. I am not complaining at all. But yeah, let me put this spring-loaded shooters in. Pull the stream up. Yeah, wow, I think this is probably one of the best performing streams we've done. 141 messages, so I do appreciate all of the engagement. We had a peak of 8 viewers, which is brilliant. Another happy build indeed. Where am I going to put this one? I'm not too sure. Do plan on doing like a office tour build series. It will just consist of putting shelves and bookcases up, but yeah, I'll try and build a couple displays into that. But no, I do appreciate everyone joining. I'm not sure when I'll next go live. I've got a busy couple of days, so no promises, but no, as always, appreciate everyone joining. A few new faces today, which is always the best. But no, thanks guys for watching. an hour and 40 ain't too bad. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world, and I'll see you all soon.